Do 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 ba do. It's the Good Girls Podcast with Holly Winter and
it's me, Sandpaper.
And this episode is spooky.
We're getting a little weird and scary and creepy.
Things are happening around us.
Already, we're a little spooked.
Will we survive the end of the night? Find out at the end of this podcast.
There's a man out here with a drill.
Looking into people's windows. And then dodging as they come by.
Yeah, he totally did. I saw it with my own eyes.
And then we have the other guy in the wife beater just walking around.
I think that's my neighbor who tried to make out with me.
Well, he was staring. It was breaking his neck.
Well, he still wants to make out, probably.
I can't even see what we look like. Does he know what's going on here?
He can smell me.
Ew. That's fucking gross. That fucking makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Probably can smell.
He's fucking gross.
He's like, she's here.
What do you smell like? What do you smell like? Yeah, because
I've been told I smell good.
Yeah, the familiar and me were like talking about like the way people smelled. Like white people, I hang out with a lot of white people, and like white people say that Latinos smell like laundry soap.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense? I don't know. I guess
that's
maybe
kind of hilarious.
Like laundry soap. And then I said that white people smell like definitely like pepper. Their skin has a very like pepper smell. Oh, for sure. Every white person smells like fucking pepper. And also like a little bit like when you open a book, like an old book.
Mm-hmm.
Like or like a dusty home.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what white people smell like for sure.
Huh. You know, the last white person that I saw, I didn't get a good whiff. But next time I have
really go up to their their skin and smell their on their arm.
I
put
might
your nose.
even take a lick of the arm just to really get the juices flowing.
I haven't taken a lick. I will though.
Yeah.
I'll see how it is. I will lick his arm.
A good sniff. A little lick.
Yeah.
And then see how it.
Yeah.
How does it taste? How does it
see if
smell?
it relates?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Does he taste like pepper in a dusty home, though? That's the real question.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't think I've ever noticed specific races smelling certain ways. I noticed specific people smell certain ways.
Black people definitely smell a certain way.
What?
Fuck. I'm not being racist. I'm just saying I've dated a couple black people, and they definitely have a distinct smell.
What do they smell like to you?
To me, yeah. I don't know. Like skin, but stronger, like a very strong skin smell.
Okay, like a human body.
Like a human. I don't know if that makes sense.
Like a human, flesh.
Like flesh, but very
fleshy.
strong. Yeah.
Strong, fleshy
like
smell.
Maybe like a salty smell.
Okay.
I don't know how to describe it, but I've dated two black people and they both smelled like that.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And I know their skin is different from, I guess, from the pigmentation.
Mm-hmm.
I read something about it.
I don't know.
I hope that doesn't come off racist. I'm just saying from my experience with bodies.
Yeah.
With people.
With bodies.
that I've interacted with. That's what I've noticed.
No, I've noticed specific people smell a certain way. Like certain people, their smell, I'm like, oh, you smell a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I fuck with smelly people though. I can't stand to be around a smelly person.
Oh,
I have to tell them.
My ex smelled. Sometimes, a lot of the time, I'd be like, "Oh, you stink." I don't know if he didn't wash right. I mean, I showered with him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we both just didn't wash up good. We were just
the stinky
playing
couple?
in the shower. Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know. Maybe that was it. I don't fucking know. But he did smell sometimes. I was like, dude, you stink.
You know who stinks? the roommate friend that I have now, he smells all
Roomy?
the time. Roomy smells.
Roomy looks like he smells.
He's musty, dude. Brush your teeth.
He's so
bro.
cute, but he looks like he smells.
He could be so cute.
Oh, he was.
Used to be hot. Remember
He was super hot.
when I gave him that makeover?
Mm-hmm. I remember when everyone in high school wanted to fuck him.
This is what happens when you don't take my advice and you go
because he looks so like punk rock and then like
I made him look so
but put together
hot.
you know.
Yeah, I made him look fucking hot.
And then his hair was like buzzed, but also like wasn't it like dyed?
Yeah, I dyed his hair, buzzed his hair,
mm-hmm.
told him to get a few piercings, dressed him.
He had a nipple piercing, didn't he?
Yeah, not at that time though. But he got his.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't mind the long hair if he took care of it. I don't mind guys with long hair.
No, he looks like he's given up on himself.
Yeah, he's going through a rough time.
Yeah.
Oh, I think there's a bug on me.
Uh-oh.
Ah, it was on my face.
A moth?
No, I think like an ant or something.
An ant?
I don't know how it got on me. I'm in the car.
Yeah, I don't know who else. I hope I don't smell. I'm sure I do. Because sometimes
I don't think I've smelled you. Like
a lot of the time, I don't wear deodorant, so I'm like, I guess I smell, but also I'm just like, whatever.
If you did, I would have.
You would have told me.
I have a killer nose.
Okay.
So smells in me, like I can smell anything. Like I can distinctive.
Mm-hmm.
If it smells bad, I'll know it, and I will say something, and I can't fuck with it.
Yeah, I hope I don't smell.
No, you don't.
I try not to.
See, you know how you told me?
A lot of people tell me I smell good.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you do.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you told me if I was any uglier, you wouldn't be my friend? It's like if you smelled bad, I wouldn't be your friend.
Oh, thank you. I think my breath gets bad because my mouth gets dry, and also I just smoked like tons of cigarettes, so my teeth are bad. So I'm always like, self-conscious about that. But I don't think I smell like my body.
No, you don't. No.
Hopefully not.
I don't think I do it either. I hope I don't.
But whenever I see like dates and stuff, they like always tell me I smell good.
Yeah, I feel like I've never been told that I stink.
Sometimes, I'm drinking Gatorade.
Chug it up.
Sometimes I kind of like when guys smell though. When you're dating someone and they're a little musty, you know what I mean? Like a little dirty.
Won't hesitate to suck and lick some balls that just got off work or whatever, depending on where they work.
If I like them enough, I don't fucking care.
Oh yeah.
If not though, I'm like, like go shower. Like
I'm
not into that.
I only fuck with people I really like. So.
Yeah.
But if it was a one night stand or something.
Oh no.
No, bitch. First off,
I'm not licking my one night stand's balls for sure.
No, yeah. First off, bitch, you gotta be taking me out. The fuck's happening right now? I might suck the dick, but I'm not gonna lick your balls. Like I'm gonna lick your balls.
No, if I do that, I really like you.
Oh yeah, 'cause sucking dick, yeah.
No, yeah, and especially the balls. What the fuck?
No, the balls.
That's very meaningful.
Yeah, if I lick your balls, like
that's a very special moment.
I'm putting a lot of effort.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if it's just a date and I suck your dick, that ain't nothing. Believe me, I'm probably not even trying that hard. So, spooky though.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Spooky dicks.
Spooky dicks?
I've been afraid a couple of times. No.
Spooky
Spooky stories.
I've never been afraid of a dick.
No, me either.
I've been like, whoa.
I've been
That's
afraid
a big dick, but
of a man, yeah. Men in general.
Oh.
No, I'm just
okay. Let's get sad.
No. I'm not afraid of cock. Cocks are afraid of me.
No,
I'm a cock destroyer.
I dated the 10-inch man. There you go.
Slayed the beast.
I slayed that beast.
With my asshole. And then licked up his blood.
But I was scared of the familiar's dick in my ass for sure, though.
You turned out all right.
But hey, I did it. I've accomplished it.
Woo!
It was a good time. Let's talk about other scary stuff. What are you scared of? Do you have fears?
Oh, this hypochondriac? Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got all kinds of fears, baby.
I forgot who I was talking to.
I'm fucking afraid of shit. You name it, motherfucker. I'm afraid of heights for sure, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm afraid of, like,
heights.
Or
the edge of something.
Oh, fuck no. I'm not going on the edge of anything.
But, like, what even
you
shopping.
Look down over the edge?
Even shopping in a mall or even hiking. Like, hiking certain areas.
Did you say shopping in a mall?
Yeah.
Like, a second level?
Yeah, pie, but like no, there's this one mall I think that has 3 stories.
Mm-hmm.
It just fucks with my head. It's like if anything, even a big house, I feel like anything that's too clear, too white or too clear, like glass, if I can see it makes me dizzy. And then like to be high up, I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm gonna puke. Like I don't
some
feel
vertigo.
Good. Yeah. It fucking makes me feel so sick.
Yeah, heights scare me. Like if I have to go up a ladder or like climb a fence.
No, I cry.
I don't want to do that shit because I'm just immediately like I'm gonna fall.
Yeah.
So I don't want to fall.
This one time, I went hiking with an ex of mine for like 420. We went with a bunch of people. And it was in this hiking trail. And then there was these fucking monk stairs. I kid you not.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
The monk stairs with no railing. The fucking steps are all fucking stupid like. They're not even straight stairs. And when you look down, you see nothing but bushes. I don't even know what my landing looks like. And it took me, I kid you not, probably like an hour to 30 minutes to get down there because I kept stopping and crying.
Oh my God.
And like people were like, I couldn't even see them down, but I could hear them screaming like, you got this, girl. You can do it.
Oh my God.
And I was just crying and I was like, I know I'm being ridiculous and this seems so stupid because everybody did it so easily, but like I really feel
scared.
like I'm a fall and crack my head open on these fucking stairs. I'm not afraid of spiders, though. I know that's like a big...
fuck yeah, I'm afraid of spiders.
I kind of like them.
Oh, I'm terrified of spiders.
I mean, I don't want them to bite me because, like, I could die.
Someone's texting me.
Who texted you?
Oh, my goodness.
Let's see. Who texted you? I think it's your new boo? New cutie? Is it?
Oh, no, it's my friend.
Oh.
I might have a new boo.
You have a friend? That's not me.
Oh. Yeah, it's like a film student. I don't have a new boo. I'm talking to someone.
Can we give him a nickname already?
Oh.
I have a good one already.
The singer?
I was just going to call him Choir Boy.
Okay, Choir Boy. I like Choir Boy.
Choir Boy. Ooh.
The Choir Boy?
Yeah, church choir boy.
Yum.
Yeah, so Choir Boy's in the mix. He's cute.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. What were we talking about?
We'll get the details.
Spiders are scary.
Spiders are scary. Spiders are cool.
Spiders
I think
scary.
that's like heights is like a big one for me.
A lot of arms, a lot of eyes. They're like a little hairy. They scare me. Do ghosts scare you?
No, not really. I think like I don't know. I don't know if I'm afraid of ghosts. I've had like my fair share of run-ins, but I've yet to be convinced. A lot of weird shit happens to me. I don't know.
Me too.
Weird shit. I think I'm afraid. For a while there, like when I was in 6th grade, I really thought that the devil was gonna possess me. I don't know why. Like I was really scared of that.
Burp, sorry.
Like I fucking.
That was just in your head?
Yeah, I thought like I thought people's faces were gonna morph, and I thought like I'm getting possessed. Like this is happening. I'm getting possessed right now.
Oh my God.
The devil's after me. Like he's gonna get me.
Maybe you are possessed.
No, I'm not. Your mom said my eggs have been looking good.
Your mom said I wasn't.
She rubbed the egg on me and she said, I'm ready for the world.
We do these cleansings at my house every once in a while. What are they called? For people that don't know? In Spanish, we just call them limpiezas.
Limpiezas. Yes.
Yeah, which is just, it's white magic, basically. It's nothing bad. It's supposed to it's like just cleansing. It's literally just cleansing your energy.
So for a while you thought, what did you think about them? What have you always
I didn't think it was, I thought it was always bullshit. For sure. I was just like, this is just fun to do. And also like, it kind of would just make me feel more comfortable and like I would sleep better.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, like whatever, like let's just do them for fun. And then I didn't really like believe in it until we did them with you.
Here I am bringing people together.
When we did it with you, because I mean with you it was in a row. It was multiple times in a row, like the same outcome. So obviously it was like, okay, well, this is
weird.
not supposed to happen.
And it's not like they were different eggs.
No, yeah.
It was the same batch.
It was the same batch of eggs, and like, yeah, like that was not supposed to happen. I mean, when you crack an egg open, what does it look like? Like a fucking egg. Not like you put it in a blender.
And put some other gunk in
and
it.
Put a cup of sewer water in there. Like
So basically my energy was bad.
Yeah, but then it got better.
It got better. I do think the little whatevers are putting on a show. I think they're putting on a front.
Who? Your ghosties?
My ghosties.
Your bad stuff with you?
Mm-hmm.
They're hiding?
Yeah, I think they're like doormat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they're all weakened. They're like, oh, she keeps rubbing these eggs on her. And then I think like they're stocking up. They're eating their Wheaties. And they're going to get ready to pop back out.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Or maybe the demons just fell in love with me and they're like, we can't see her go down this.
Yeah, let's pretend that's what it is.
It was crazy though. At first I thought it was bullshit, and then like that kind of scared me. It did freak me out to see my egg. And then your mom kept saying like, ay, Dios mío, and I was like, no, what's wrong? No, that's not a good thing. Yeah, that was pretty scary. And then I think the fact that like the second time she tried to do it, the egg broke.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say like that's like one of the worst things that can happen.
Yeah.
But it's gotten better. I do believe the more you do it, the better it will be. So I think everybody should get them.
Yeah, I recommend them.
Yeah, those are.
I try to make everyone that comes to my house get them.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, let's do it. Oh, I'm gonna get the familiar and Hamburglar to do one more day, right?
I want them to. And we should have like a slumber party and like, oh, whoa, maybe not.
I mean, we could. Ooh,
Could we?
I don't know.
I spoke
no,
too
that'd be
soon.
weird.
Just kidding.
No slumber party.
Separate parties.
That's yeah. I don't know. Okay.
Just kidding.
What?
Just kidding. You're not invited. Get the fuck out. We cleansed your aura and now be susceptible to all the fucking negatives out there. No, I do want them to do it. Dude, I know the Hamburglers thing is going to be like so pure. Like if anything, dude, that kid's so...
Yeah, I don't think the familiar would have anything
yeah.
bad with him either.
They're such like, I feel like normal positive people that I'm like, yo, if...
No one wants them to die.
Yeah. Not like us.
No, yeah. People hate me.
People want to destroy us for some odd reason.
People have tried to destroy me, so...
I don't know why. What do we do?
I don't know. I'm happy and positive.
I feel like I am as well. Maybe not. No, I think I am. Maybe that's what bothers them. Maybe that's like, fuck you, you know? Like, don't be
it's
you.
them.
It's them.
Not me.
Not me.
Not
I'm
us.
perfect.
Yeah.
I'm an angel. Have you seen ghosts?
Not like in a movie you see a person and they're see-through or some shit.
Yeah.
I have a story.
Let's hear it.
Well, yeah, I have a lot actually, and I kind of just wanted to save this episode for October so we can just like do a bunch of these in October.
Yeah.
But then I was like, let's switch it up. Like,
let's just hear your most mild one. Let's start off with the mild.
No, I got a lot. I'll give you a good one.
Give me a good one?
A good one where I was like, huh, what the fuck was that?
I'm intrigued.
I'll give you a couple actually if we have time. I think we have time. We have time. We have time. I'll give you some because I do have a lot.
Yeah, I'm ready.
So I went to my, at the time, boyfriend's house, his mom's apartment, and he was very poor and ghetto, and which is fine because I don't give a fuck. He would sleep on the floor, so I slept on the floor with him in the living room. So one day we were asleep, we were ready to sleep, but it was dark. Everyone else was asleep, and we were in the living room laying on the floor. So like above where our head is laying, above our head going upward, there's like the door that leads into the other room where everyone else is asleep, and his head is closest to that door.
Yeah.
I'm talking to him and I'm looking at him, but obviously it's very dark. We're in the dark. There's no light. He's talking to me about something, and then a light, like a blue light, is above his head, like very bright, just like hovering around, kind of like erratically, like flying around. It was a big light. In my head, I thought that his sister had come out of the room and had taken out her phone and like was shining the light over us to like not step on us.
Yeah.
Because that made perfect sense to me. But the light was still there as he's talking, and I'm like trying to like make out in the dark like what his sister's doing. I'm like, what the fuck is she doing?
What was he talking about?
I don't know. It was just like a normal conversation.
Okay.
Probably just like telling me about his day or something.
Okay.
And then I realized that his sister's not there. Like nobody's there.
It's just a moving
There's just a
light.
big, it's like I'm looking at it for a long time, and it's like a ball of light, like a blue,
like an orb almost?
like a blue sphere of like really bright light. Like it's blue around and then white light out of the middle. Like it's very bright, which I attribute it to a phone because there's a blue light when you like, in the dark. Yeah, it's like going all crazy, like just moving around. And as soon as I say, what is that? As soon as the words come out of my mouth, what the fuck is that? It like goes like, I'm making a hand gesture. Like it went, like it just vanished into like
itself.
It didn't, like in movies when like a star collapses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was just like everyone was gone. It's fucking gone. I don't know if it shot away, like it shot out,
That sounds
or it like
very,
sucked into like itself.
Alien-like.
Yes, very alien-like is what I thought.
I think other people have talked about stuff like that happening. I think so.
People seeing like orbs of light and stuff. I know for sure.
And then they like suck back in. Like that's how
really?
they disappear. Yeah.
I have no idea, but that's exactly what happened. Yeah, and then he was like, "What?" And then he looked up like over his head, and I was like, "Dude, there was like a light." And he's like, "Oh, maybe it was like a car's like lights." And I'm like, "No, this wasn't. This was like in the room with us. For sure. It was in the room with us. Like it was an object.
Yeah.
It was in the
for
room.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's just little aliens.
Some aliens watching us. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool, dude.
I have another alien story also.
Ooh.
Should you tell a story first and then I'll do the alien one?
I have a few. I guess I'll start off with a dead grandpa. We'll start off with a dead fucking grandpa.
Your dead grandpa?
Yeah.
I want to hear about your dead grandpa. Yeah.
So my grandpa died. So he died at the time it was my house, my childhood house that I lived in. Died in our living room.
I met your grandpa.
You remember my grandpa?
Yeah, I remember him. I saw him in your living room in the chair.
Yeah.
Watch TV.
That's pretty much where he died.
How he died, yeah.
Not how he died.
Oh, but he died.
It was a
there.
miserable decline in health.
Mm-hmm.
But he died there. Yeah. And then, oh God, is that your dad? Oh, he scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Okay. Oh, thought it was the drill man.
I know, the drill man's back. Oh my God.
Get us.
That drill man, yeah, that guy was a killer. I'm pretty sure that was a serial killer.
I think he was planning some not so good things.
Yeah.
'Cause there's no way you just dodge.
There's no way you go up to a window
With the drill.
and then duck down and then run away.
I'm getting the feeling you're not a good person.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, tell your story. Go on.
Well, he died, and then a few days later, I saw him.
You saw him and
Yeah, pretty much. It was weird. It's like, I wouldn't say it was like a ghost, like see-through type thing, kind of in a sense, but it was very like quick, like flashed before my eyes. It was him, but it was him like he was younger.
Oh wow.
I would say like when he was, I don't know, 25.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That young?
Standing in my grandparents' room, so the room he shared with my grandma. And it was a young him, and he had his mustache and everything, and he was dressed all nice.
Wow.
Because he was Latino, so those like old school Latino suits.
Yes.
And then like I was like, what the fuck? But it's not like I cried or anything. I was just kind of like, whoa, like
that's kind of nice though. I mean, like,
yeah, I guess it was cool. I was just like, what the fuck? That's a spooky one, but it's not like a scary spooky one.
No, but I mean something that happened that was
But then they say
abnormal.
like when you think about it, like it's just your brain trying to cope with the fact that you lost somebody. So then I'm like,
but
I
feel like if you would have seen him, if that's true, like it was just like a delusion, like you just trying to cope, then wouldn't you have seen him like himself, not as like a 25-year-old version of himself.
That's true too.
That's an odd thing to
Yeah, it was a young him.
make up in your own head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's not like I saw a lot of pictures of him when he was young.
Yeah.
I was like one picture, but it's like I know it wasn't like the same version.
Yeah, because if it was made up in your head, it would be like you, like a comfortable version, which is the version that you know.
Yeah,
which would be
version.
old man version,
Mm-hmm.
not young man version that you don't even know.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Someone's really texting me.
Is it Choir Boy?
I don't know. My
Let's
phone's
see,
going
let's see,
crazy. That's a good one.
It's one. That's a heart-filled, I guess.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think I've always felt like I've had this kind of like connection to like, I don't know, spirit world or whatever.
To the spirit world?
I just feel like I feel a lot of
little
things.
in tune?
Yeah, I feel like very in tune, even with my feelings, because I feel like I'm a very emotional person.
Oh, yeah, you are.
But I think like I even sometimes like when people feel sick, like I will start having their symptoms.
I do get a little bit of that also. Like, I'll start like feeling someone else's like pain.
Emotions or feelings.
Very
and
wild.
It's really wild.
Someone was in the hospital. I didn't even know them. My mom's like cousin or something. We went to go visit. I don't know what had happened to them, but they were in the hospital, and we went in there, and I started like having a pain. I don't remember where it was. I think in my side. I started having a pain, and then he started complaining about a pain in his side. And I was like, ooh, a little spooky.
Yeah.
So that was weird.
That always spooks me out. And then sometimes I think, like, that kind of makes sense, like, why I'm always in pain. Because I think about, like, me being around people. Like, when I eat.
Oh, you're picking up.
I pick up a lot.
All that stuff.
And then I feel like, oh, that's
maybe that's what the cleansings are supposed to help with.
Yeah.
That stuff that you pick up and you can't shake off, you know?
I feel like I could never shake off anything.
Yeah, you hold on to it. And it makes you sick.
I think it's they easily attach to me and they don't leave.
Maybe that's also why people feel so comfortable in telling you their secrets and weird shit like that. Because you get a lot of people like just wanting to talk to you about their own problems, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't bring that kind of energy. I mean, people think I'm comfortable to talk to you because I am. Like, I'm not awkward or anything, but I don't bring like. I mean, no one's like, let me unload my fucking life story on you. But you get a lot of that.
I do.
Which is really weird.
Yeah, I get a lot of people fucking like telling me everything. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's very odd.
I don't hate it. It's not like I'm like, get out of here. Like, it's a wear and tear thing.
It's a hard thing to deal with, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to deal with that.
Well, you know what happens? Your egg looks like grounded sewer water.
Yes.
That's what happens when you deal with
That's
it
true.
and don't do anything about it. What's another story you have? Anything that relates into the house?
A ghost?
Or like, I don't know, yeah, paranormal.
Well, I used to live in a big house when my family was doing good. We used to live in a 6-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. It was really nice. It was old house, but very like spacious. And that's kind of like why we were known to like have a lot of parties, because like it was kind of like a party house.
Yeah.
Because it's like fits so many people.
Yeah. It was some good parties.
That's some good times. But I mean, looking back at it now, I'm like, I don't know how I ever lived in that house, because it was so like everyone was so scared of it.
There was it was a lot
everyone
of
who came
energy.
Everyone who came through the door was like, whoa, this place is so heavy. Like, it feels so heavy here.
Maybe that's why anytime I went, I had to get blackout drunk so I didn't feel anything.
Yeah, I don't know how and for a time when I was all kind of fucked up in my head, I lived alone there. Everyone had moved out. And
Your parents?
Yeah, my parents were split up, and then my mom had a boyfriend. Okay. So my mom would go and like sleep at her boyfriend's house. So was never home at that time. She was going through like a midlife crisis kind of thing.
So you were kind of in the house by yourself.
And everyone had moved out, and I was alone. I was the only one who lived in the house.
But you at least had your dog.
Yeah, I did. I had my dog, but that was it. So it's just me and my dog.
But it's good to point that out because I do feel like having a protective animal, I do think they protect
she
you.
was so good.
Yeah.
She was, when we had just moved in the house, she didn't want to come inside.
Shit. Warning
She
sign,
one night, she fought me, was biting and
she
growling.
Would never do that to you.
And she did not want to come. I had to physically pull her in the house because she was outside hiding behind furniture and didn't want to come inside the house. And then she would sleep at the end of the bed and wouldn't let us leave the room by ourselves. She was always following us. Because my sister, what happened when we first moved in was that my sister started having really bad insomnia. She would not sleep. She kind of went she went a little crazy, and she would refuse to sleep. So she would wake me up in the middle of the night and be like, stay up with me, don't go to sleep. And I'd be like, okay. So then I would stay up with her, and she had the room. There's 2 hallways in the house, the main hallway and then another hallway that separates in the back that leads to the back rooms.
Yeah.
So she lived in one of the back rooms, which is at the back of the house. And I never went in that hallway. Which is so weird because we lived in the house for a pretty long time, a good amount of years, and I never would go in that hallway. I did a few times, but I mean definitely not on a daily basis or anything like that.
Right.
So one of her room was in the hallway, and across from her room is a bathroom. So the sink in the bathroom would come on in the night, but you had to push the handle up.
Hard.
You had to push the physically push the handle up to
turn it on.
To turn it on. So it would
turn on by itself.
It would turn on by itself in the middle of the night, and then she would get up and turn it off, and then again a little while later it would turn back on.
So it was almost taunting her.
She would complain about she had dreams about a man, an old man.
Oh shit.
She would have dreams about an old man. She said he was wearing a suit. I don't really remember.
She described his face and stuff.
I don't remember.
Yeah. But
now that I'm talking about it, though, I remember a lot of different stories people had. But okay. So, yeah, so an old man, and she would say that in her dreams he would basically be attacking her and trying to she said it felt he was trying to get inside of her body.
What the fuck?
One time I saw her asleep, she had fallen asleep on the couch in the living room.
In the day or night?
It was the evening.
Evening, okay.
Because we were all still up. My brother was up and I was up. I don't know. I think I had been watching TV in the living room, and then I got up and I came back, and then I was looking at her laying down, and then she jumped up really quick and was gasping, and I was like, what the fuck? And then she's like, oh, she's freaking out, she's he's trying to get in me, I don't want to be in the house. And she would refuse to be in the house by herself. She would go outside. There was a gate, so she would go out in the front of the gate and just stay out there until someone else would come home. Yeah, because she wouldn't come in the house. But yeah, so at night she would make me sleep with her. My dog would lay at the end of the bed and then growl in the middle of the night. And then if we had to go pee or get up, she would follow us to go and then bring us back every night. Yeah, so that was a lot of weird shit. And the only way we got rid of that was my mom did some kind of witchcraft stuff and made us drink some kind of potion or some shit. I don't fucking know. To protect us. And then it did subside, everything very much calmed down in the house. It did start a little later again, but not as there was no really bad shit like that.
Maybe just kind of non-evil, playful spirits.
People still saw. We had 6 bedrooms. We only would use 3 of the bedrooms, so then we got roommates. Every single roommate that went through the house, every single one. There was quite a bit. I'm gonna say maybe over 20 people that had lived in and out of the house.
Yeah.
They all had a story about seeing similar things, or if not the same, similar.
What the fuck?
Everyone said that they saw a woman, a little girl, and the old man. Those were all the stories that they were all either they had seen one of those. I never saw anything maybe like shadows. I did see some shadows. Me and my brother saw shadows. Oh, here's a good one. My brother and I were watching TV in our living room, and so there was a knock at the front door. The only way you can get into the house is to go through a gate at the front. You can't come to the front door.
Right.
You have to come through a gate, which is really fucking loud because it was a steel gate. Like a big fucking door.
Yeah. Heavy.
A heavy, big steel door.
You would have heard somebody coming in through the
Yeah,
gate.
you can hear it go, bah.
Yeah,
like,
I think you guys maybe even had a bell on it.
We did. We had like a fire bell, like in a firehouse.
Yeah.
You could ring it and it would be like, bah, bah, bah. It was fucking loud. So either you would ring the bell or go through the gate if you live there. Yeah. Obviously, you open the gate and then you come in, but you have to knock at the door or come through that front door. But there was a knock at the front door. It was probably like 10 p.m. And we were alone, me and my brother, in the house. Also, I think during the time, like maybe like within a year of us moving there, or a couple years of us moving there, because we were pretty young. He was like in high school, and I was like, no. Maybe, yeah, he was like in high school, maybe like early high school, and I was maybe
junior high,
maybe seventh grade, maybe. So
junior high.
Yeah, junior high. So there's a knock at the front door. So I get up and I go to the front door. There's no one out there. I open the door. There's no one out there. Okay, well, what the fuck? I come back. I sit down. As soon as I sit down, there's a knock again. I get up. I go to the door, and this time I just stand at the door. I don't open it. Because I think, I'm like, it's my dad.
Being a trickster.
It's my dad at the door, and he's going to jump out and scare me.
Yeah.
So I don't open the door. I just look out there and wait for him to, like, do something. But nothing happens. So then I go and sit back down. And my brother's like, who is it? And I'm like, I think it's my dad. So then there's a knock again. And I'm like, you go get it. I'm not going to go out there. And he's like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm not going to go get it. And so then I go and I open the door. And there's no one out there. And I close the door. And I go back, like, I'm walking back, and I'm like, haha, like, I tell him, as soon as I sit down, they're gonna knock again. And then they knock. As soon as I say that, there's knocking at the door.
What the fuck?
And it's not like, I mean, there can be no other, like, explanation for it. Because at first I was like, maybe it's the pipes in the house, right? Like, the pipes are banging.
But
no,
do that on the time?
No, this is the front door, the wood of the door, like I can hear, I can hear the wood on the door. I know what the front door sounds like.
Yeah. And
so we're both like, oh, you know, what the fuck? And then we both go out there and check, and there's no one out there. And I think it happened like we came back and it happened one more time, and then we just left it at that. But like no one was out there. Then it stopped, and that was it. That was the end of it.
What the fuck?
There's a lot of stories like that, but
I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping. I'm scared to sleep now because I feel like all spooky.
Yeah.
Speaking of an old man, we had somebody write in about an old man. Wonder if it's the same old man.
The same old man. Maybe it's like a demon that pretends to be an old man
and tries to enter people. Oh, that's scary. I don't want to speak of him, but let's tell this because we're on the subject of old men.
Yeah, I feel like you bring in stuff when you talk about it, right? It draws things in.
Yeah. Guess what? You're not welcome here, old man. So this was a story that someone submitted, a lovely listener. So she said, when I was little, I used to see an old man in my room who would always stand at the edge of my bed. And this would happen every once in a while until I was 19 or 20. The last night that I saw him was the worst day of my life because I decided to ignore it and say that it wasn't real. And say that it wasn't real because I was so scared that I was still seeing it. And the man began to float closer while hovering over me until I screamed and started kicking him to get off of me. I couldn't sleep for a good 2 months, just terrified that I would see him again. I never saw him again, but the craziest thing was when my husband had told me about an old man that he dreamed about, how he stood at the edge of his bed one night. I had never told him about the old man, and I asked him to describe him. He said that the man had the same colored eyes and was bald. He said he dreamed about him. When he opened his eyes, he couldn't move. There was a huge dark shadow at the edge of his bed. I never saw him again, and I hope he's officially out. Which is creepy as
very creepy.
fuck.
Very creepy.
Yeah, I've never dreamed about an old man. I do dream a lot of weird, crazy things that I feel like sometimes come to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I feel like I dreamed that was crazy, that I didn't feel was almost like premonition-like, was when I was sleeping at your house.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember kind of like there was a light. Maybe lights are following you, man. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It was a light, but I could feel the presence of it. It felt like
might be some aliens.
It felt like an older man.
Oh, okay.
Weird enough.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like an older man. I remember I was like sleepy, but kind of like the light kind of made me open my eyes a little bit, and then it was starting to fall down on us, and I put my arm, like I was like, ah,
yeah,
but I was putting it over because it was falling down like on all of us, and the baby was sleeping in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, holy shit. And then your mom reflexes, you grab my arm and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, like in a couple seconds I woke up and I grabbed your arm.
Yeah,
which is so weird because it was like dead asleep.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, what's going on?
Yeah. But I was fucking like, what the fuck did I just experience? That shit was really weird.
Yeah, I've never had like the feeling that I would get at my old house. I never have here. So it's crazy to hear about weird stuff that happens here.
Yeah. I feel like it.
But it's such a complete like different
yeah.
way different feeling from the house.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things that happen in the house. I can't wait for it to be October, just so I can give you. There's literally there's so many stories.
I can't wait.
There's so many.
Them.
Ooh, there's some good ones.
But I'm also terrified.
I'll give you an alien one though.
Let's get another alien one.
So I don't even know if I feel like maybe aliens are real. I have no fucking idea.
I feel like with how the universe is.
If the universe,
yes.
yeah. Why? What the fuck? That's not hard to think.
I never rule out anything.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the big God is not real. Like, I don't think it's what people say, but I think like higher power, like anything's possible.
I have some God stories too. He laughed right in my face. I don't believe in a God, and definitely not the Christian God or like in the Bible, or I don't think of anything.
A higher being of sorts,
maybe some kind of definitely, if there is, it's definitely something where like we can't even wrap our heads around.
That's what I believe.
There's no way
we can't comprehend it.
I think I might be similar to this fucking thing. No fucking way.
Yeah, no.
This thing.
I'm a crumb.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I am but a worm.
This thing doesn't give a fuck about me. But
aliens.
So, okay. I went camping with some film students when I was in college. With some film students and some photography students, which was really rad. I'd never gone camping. We were out there for 7 days.
What?
6 nights, I believe. Maybe 7 nights.
Is it too much to ask where, like, what area you guys camped at?
I'm not sure. Definitely Big Bear.
Oh, okay. Big Bear area. Woodsy though, like Blair Witch.
Yeah. Okay. Blair Witch. I mean, there was like another camp around us that I could hear in the distance. You know.
Yeah.
It was like a Boy Scout camp or some shit.
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, there's people out there, and there was a town. You could drive into the town from the woods.
Did it take a while?
Yeah, it took a while. We were in the deep woods.
Yes.
We were in the woods.
The back parts.
And we would occasionally hear like people or see people drive by our campsite, like
to go even further.
One time I was taking a piss, and then downhill I glanced over and there was some people downhill.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can like, I don't know if they could see me because there's so many trees, you know. But I was definitely like, oh shit, like I think they can see me taking a piss, like. Yeah. But I hope not. I don't know. I didn't fucking care. So we were out there for quite a while. On the first night we were out there, I saw light in the trees. It wasn't even a light. It was like this weird, like, because it wasn't like glowing. It was just like a material in the trees. It was like a bright, like orange. And I thought like it was a reflection because we had a campfire. Yeah. But I was inside the tent. I was looking out at the tent. And I was like, maybe it's a reflection of the campfire, like the color against the tree.
It's reflecting off something.
And I kept staring at it. And then I turned to look at something else. And then when I turned back, it was completely gone. And then I like was hesitant about like saying anything, you know, because I was like, well, that doesn't mean anything, and I don't want to freak people out or them to be like, you're fucking weird, like shut up, bitch. I just didn't say anything. Maybe I think I mentioned it the second night we were there or something. I don't know what we were doing, and I was like, hey, I think I saw something, but I don't know what it was. And then they were like, maybe it was an owl, and I was like, maybe, I don't know. I think maybe the fourth night we were out there, I was asleep in the tent. I was sharing the tent with 2 other girls. The whole time we were out there, I was super sick. I was incredibly sick.
Well,
I was actually, to be honest, I was pregnant, but I was in deep denial about it. I was very, very deep denial. I was like, this is just a really bad flu.
Oh my God.
Like, I felt so fucking sick. Which is ironic though, because I mean, the whole time we were there, like, I didn't drink or smoke cigarettes, which is my thing. I was always doing that, but I felt so sick that I couldn't keep it down, right? So I was just like even like the food, like I ate very little, and I was just like, okay, like the whole time we were there though, I like chugged NyQuil. As soon as
try and kick it off, right?
Yeah. As soon as the sun would come down, but I also wanted to go to sleep because as soon as the sun would come down, I'm like, I'm not going to be out here in the pitch black.
Yeah.
Because it's pitch black. You can't even see the hand in front of your face.
That's scary.
I went out there to pee once in the middle of the night.
Fuck no.
And I couldn't see anything. I mean, I was terrified.
God.
And I mean,
you went by yourself?
Yeah. And you can hear stuff because it's like,
why would you go by yourself?
There's fucking deer out there, you know, and or fucking, I don't know.
Bears.
There's bears. So I was like,
deer. There's fucking bears.
I just had to pee really quick though, and it was like everyone else was like already like laying down, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna run out and pee, and I took a flashlight because I had to. But yeah, so this night I took a bunch of NyQuil, and I fucking passed out in my sleeping bag. I wake up and I immediately know like something's happening, like fight or flight feeling.
So
and
the anal mucus comes in again.
This my anal mucus was squirting out. It's not even in the episode. Sorry.
I know, I'm sorry.
Different episode. I was like, okay, what the fuck's going on? And the door of the tent is open, like the flap is open. One of the girls is like yelling, and she's like, what the fuck is that? What is that? And then
is she outside?
No, she's inside.
Okay.
She's
so
her face is facing the open open flap. And my friend, another film student that I'm great friends with still, he like comes running in and basically just like jumps inside the tent. And then I'm like, close the fucking tent. Close the tent. And I'm freaking out. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And he's like, there's a light out there. There's a light shining down on our campsite. And then she's like, it's not you, you know, are you playing a joke? Like, it's not you. And he's like, no, like, it's like a big panel of light, like white light, like a fucking big white light.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of nowhere. Like,
it's not helicopters.
It's not, there's no noise. I mean, it's so quiet out there, you know? It's so fucking quiet out there. Pitch black. So yeah, he like jumps in and I'm like, close the tent, and like, and I have a pocket knife and I'm like, if anything comes at us, like I'm gonna stab it. Like, don't open the tent. Like, don't open the tent. And I'm like,
are the other people screaming as well from like your other friends that are in
no one else was there. So when we came with a group. The other people had left, and it was just us now. It was just us in that one tent. 3 girls and one guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, lay down. Don't say anything. Everyone be quiet. Like, don't make any noise. Like, I'm in fucking my
first off,
Mama
you
Bear
were
mode.
Already in Mama Bear. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, no. Like,
I'm not going down with this shit.
Like, yeah. Like, so you guys like shut the fuck up. Like, everyone be quiet. And like, so basically, like, we were just all scared and we stayed quiet, and then eventually, like, we all fell asleep. But I mean,
you could feel and see the light, right?
I didn't see a light.
Okay.
If there was a light, it was right like when I had just woken up. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't see any light. But they were like, no, there's a light out there. And then my friend described it. He said it was like a big, like white light, like a panel of white light like shining down, like from, we were on like a hill.
Yeah.
Our campsite was on a hill, so everything else is going downwards.
Yeah.
So there's just open space. It's the sky. So he's like, it was where the open space is shining down on us.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no noise. There's nothing.
The fuck.
So that whole like, we were out there for the rest of the days, and I was like, we were just all on alert and
on
like
edge.
Everyone be in the same tent and like, you know, like be careful.
Buddy system.
Yeah, we were all like freaked.
The fuck. So did anything else weird happen on the trip?
No, me and him would hang out a lot, and we have fucking some crazy weird stories though. I think me and him had like some kind of like paranormal energy going on,
mm-hmm.
and we would attract it to us, you know, because we had some crazy shit that every time we hung out, it was just so wild.
October.
Mm-hmm. October, it's gonna go down.
Get weird.
Yeah.
We hope you guys enjoyed this paranormal episode.
Yeah. Let us know what you thought.
Give us some more stories for October.
Even if you hate us, send us a message. Totally fine.
We love you guys. I'm going to not sleep and cry a lot and
yay.
Probably watch Pose because I really want to know what's going on with the show.
Pose.
Evan Peters, if you're listening, we love you.
Evan
We want to fuck you.
I want to have your baby.
Yeah, I would have his baby.
I would have
and
his
I
baby.
don't even think about having kids. But
Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum.
Yeah.
Marry me.
Delicious.
Okay, meow, meow. Bye-bye.
Support us. Follow us.